Hi everyone, my name is Trisha Sindhu and I'm currently a rising senior at West Windsor Plainsboro High School North. Today I'm going to teach you how to make these sleeping mats. So I did these sleeping mats for my Gold Award. I made 4 of them, 72 by 30 inches, and I donated them to Homefront, which is an organization which works to combat homelessness in Central Jersey. So the benefits of these mats are, first of all, is keeping plastic out of our landfills, and they're going to the homeless, and they're very durable, lightweight, and easy to carry. As you see, I attached straps to this mat, so if I were to carry it, it's very easy to carry and it's very lightweight. So today I'm going to show you how to make one of these. And for the first step, the things that you need. So you're going to need a couple things for this. First, you're going to need a crochet hook, 15.75 millimeters. You can buy it at your local Joann's, Amazon, Michael's, any arts and crafts store. You're going to need a pair of scissors, and you're going to need plastic bags. And they should be recycled plastic bags, because that's the whole effort of this project, is to use recycled plastic bags, not new ones. So you're going to need around 800 plastic bags to make the full 72 by 30 inch mat. So the first step to make the mat is to cut the plastic bags. So what we're ultimately going to do is cut the plastic bag into strips. So to do this, you have to flatten out the bag, and you have to make sure it's flattened out completely and you're tucking the sides in. And it doesn't matter how wrinkly or how big or small the bag is, all that dictates is how many strips are going to come out of it. So this is a normal size bag, so you're going to flatten it out. Make sure the creases are nice and straight. You're going to fold the bag in half. And then you're going to fold the bag in half once again. So now what you're going to do is you're going to cut off the handles. And when you're cutting off the handles, you want to make sure you do it about like 2 centimeters deep. Because if you cut it here, the edges of the strips are going to be very raggedy. And so you don't want that. So you're going to cut it here into a straight, cut it very straight so then you have a nice edge. And you're going to do the same thing on this side. Make sure you're a little bit in deep to make a straight edge. And you can save these ends. What I did is I saved these ends and I made pillows attached to the mat, or separate pillows. And you can stuff it with this plastic bag, so you're using the whole plastic bag. So after this, what you're going to do is you're going to cut this into 4 sections. So I fold this in half. I'm going to cut this at the crease. And I'm going to take each half, fold it again in half, and cut it. Same thing with this half. Fold it in half, and cut it. So now you're going to have 4 little sections. So what you're going to see is a loop that's made out of it. So if you can tell if you messed up, if you don't have a complete loop, it means you didn't cut deep enough. So once you have 2 loops, what we're going to do, the next step is to make a ball of yarn. This is an example. So basically what we're doing is we're taking these loops and we're looping it within each other to make a big ball, and this is going to be like our yarn that we're going to use to crochet. So you don't have to keep stopping and adding more. So to loop it, what you're going to do is you're going to take 2 pieces. You're going to take one piece, loop it through the other. I like to loop it like this piece halfway, so you know it's like half and half. You're going to put this loop through itself. And what I like to do here is tighten the bag, and you're going to pull the bottom back. So what this does is create a really tight knot, and it's important that you have this tight knot because when you're crocheting, it's easier to crochet when the knots are skinny, because if they're fat, it's a little harder to get through. So once you have this, you just keep adding pieces to this. So you're going to take this plastic bag, loop it through, half and half, loop it through itself, pull it a little bit, and then pull the bottom, and there you have another tight hook. And you can just keep doing this until it's as long as you like, and then you roll it up into a ball like this. and you can just keep adding to it. So the second step, now that you have your first ball of yarn, is to actually start crocheting. So the first line of the mat is different. It's a chain stitch. It'll ultimately look like this. And we start with the width of the mat. So this is 30 inches across, and we're working towards the length of 72 inches. So this, as you can see, this first line is a chain stitch. So I'm going to teach you how to do that. So what you do is you start with your loop, and it has 2 strands. So what you're going to do is you're going to make a mini loop here, and you're going to pull this top strand through the loop nice and tight, and that's going to make you your first loop here. Then you're going to take your crochet hook and you're going to put it through the loop. Once you have it on, you put your crochet hook through the loop. Then you hook the plastic bag around the hook and you pull it through the loop. And you're going to see this braid-like pattern starting to form in the back. So once again, you're going to take your loop, you're going to take your strip in the back, you're going to hook it around the hook, and you're going to pull it through the loop. And as you can see, starting that. Hook it around, pull it through, hook it around, pull it through. And you're going to continue this until it's 30 inches long. So as you can see, this is the starting, and then you're going to continue that until you have the full 30 inches, and you can measure it using measuring tape. So I've completed the first strand, the base, and as you can see, I measured out to be 30 inches. It's a little more like 31, but one important thing to do when you're making this first chain is to make sure you're doing it a little bit loose, because as you can see, in between this braid pattern there are holes, and it's very important to be able to pick out the holes, because when you're crocheting the second line, you're going to be going through those holes. So the tighter you have it, the harder it is to find these holes. So that's why it's important to be a little bit loose when you're working. So what you do now that you've finished your first chain is once you get to the end, you're going to have your loop here, and the whole rest of the mat is going to be a single crochet. So how you do this is you take your already looped piece, you put it through the hole, you wrap the back around the hook like this, you pull it through the hole. Now you have 2 loops on your crochet hook. You wrap the back around the hook once again, and you pull it through both loops like that. Then you do the same thing. You find the hole, you put your hook through the hole, you wrap the back around the hook, you pull it through the hole, you have 2 loops, you hook it again and pull it through both loops like that. Once again, you find the hole, and the tricky part about finding the hole is that it's going to be 2 strand, because it's important to make sure you go through both strands of the hole, because sometimes if you do it loose, there's going to be 2 separate strands like that. But you have to make sure that you go through both, otherwise the pattern can come out a little funky. And once again, it's important to make sure you're working a little bit looser so that everything's nice and easy to spot. So once again, you're going to put it through the hole, wrap around, pull it through, wrap around again, and pull it through both. And as you can see, we're starting this pattern. So now that you've reached the end of your second line, you're going to have 1 loop left. So what you're going to do is you're going to do the same thing. You're going to put your hook through the hole. You're going to wrap the strip around the hook, pull it through, wrap it around again, and pull it through both holes. So now you don't have any more holes to go through. So what you're going to do is you're just going to do an extra loop. You're going to loop the strip around the hook and just pull it through the single loop. And what this allows you to do is if you flip your whole strand over, you're going to be doing the same thing with the holes that are between the pattern that we just did. So once again, you're going to find the next hole, which is right here. You're going to put the crochet through the hole, wrap it around, pull through, wrap it around again, and pull through both loops. And you're going to continue this all the way to the end until you do the extra loop again, flip it over, and continue. So you're going to be working in a zigzag formation. So you're going to continue crocheting until it's 72 inches long. This is a full completed mat. So as you can see, this can be done in multiple parts. Like you can ask someone to do a strip and then you can connect them together and ultimately make the full mat. I've also added straps